Nice work showing up. We're day 6. Give yourself a mental pat on the back. Mental pat on the back. Hardest part is showing up. Hardest part's getting in the front door, right? Always. So nice work. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for letting us join you in your personal space today, everyone, for bringing our community into your wherever you are as we're meditating. So it's really special. Hmm. We'll give about just a minute or so here and then we'll get started. I'm going to mute everyone just for the recording. You can always push your space bar on Zoom if you need to if you need to say something. Hmm. Initially I thought we might change up the meditation, but reflecting on the fact that this is 7 days, which is actually not a big length of time, um, I really think staying with the counting meditation will be most beneficial because the whole reason I was like reflecting on the intention of why the 7 day coming together and really hoping to create a little more integration for people that like to come to a one-time training is great, but if you don't bring it back and practice it, then that's all it is a great 1.5 hour experience and to build the integration. And the best way I found to do that is, unfortunately, it's the unglamorous, the unsexy, the not razzle dazzle of simple, basic repetition of a practice again and again and again. And it allows more and more to come up. So this practice again is I would put it under simple, not easy, because the mind likes the fancy and it wants to, the roaming tendencies of our mind. It's the way the mind is built. So wherever you are this morning, building your sustainable seat, being open to if something different is needed, perhaps in the body today. If there's maybe a little more tightness or stiffness, a higher elevation of the hips, or a little less may find you in a supportive place. And creating a clear line of energy from the sit bones, pelvic floor, up towards the crown of the head. Especially aware of the area of solar plexus right beneath the ribs. Notice if there's a slight dropping down and in. Lean back into your spine, heart lifts, and gaze lifted behind closed eyes. Just take a moment to note and label your internal experience, whether you feel heavy, very active, somewhere in between, which guna is in play. Letting your attention rest on your breathing. To take a few breath cycles focused on your breath. Notice any areas of roughness, unevenness, holding. Take a few breath cycles if any of those are there for you this morning. As you move your awareness the length of your spine, perhaps you notice a smoothing out of your breath. And if it doesn't, accepting that as well, staying with the practice. And beginning, if you haven't already, the practice of counting your breath, starting at the number 54, breathing in 54, breathing out 54, breathing in 53, breathing out 53. continuing down towards 0. If you get to 0 before our time is up or you get distracted, start again at 54. Any distractions that arise, note and label. No resistance or attachment. Be gentle with yourself. Keeping breath smooth, effortless. Refresh your intention. You hear my voice, knowing beginning to bring the practice to a close. Notice if you feel resistance to that, or maybe an impulse to start to move, maybe neutral. And take one or two more breaths, hold the space. Drawing your awareness back to your breath. Noticing if your mind was pulled by my voice, any distractions. With your exhale, release the counting. Then you can start to bring some small movements back into your body. Maybe lowering chin to chest. Move the head side to side. Perhaps a few seated cat cows. To breathe. And then as you're ready, begin to open your eyes. So acknowledge your effort, friends. You got a bonus minute or two because right as I was closing, I realized that my Zoom had dropped and y'all were still here in the room without me. I don't know if you noticed that transition. I'm on my phone. I signed back in on my mobile. So I'll try to splice this together, the joy of technology. But I came back on and everyone was still like holding amazing space. You looked uninterrupted, and I'm like completely wowed by that. So nice work. Nice work. Um, I've done a little more silence each time. Tomorrow I'll give the most silence. It's a little hard on the recording because most people will think we dropped like that, but because we've been in silence, I don't know. You have to let me know if you noticed. But tomorrow we'll do like even more silence just for that last practice. So you can give it a chance to come up. Although my voice is intentionally put in as a distraction, right? To give you something to practice. So good work. I'll see y'all tomorrow. If you're coming to fundamentals at 9, you can come in person to the 8:30, or I'll be on Zoom again. Have a fantastic day. Namaste.